Another important principle of legislation is the principle of balancing between individual interest and community interest. This is not a principle that is attributed to any single philosopher or legal theorist. This is a principle that has evolved from the discussions around the nature of justice, governance, and from social contract theories. Now, what are these individual interests? Well, these are individual rights and freedoms such as privacy, speech, movement, property rights, etc. What are community interests? These are aspects that are important for the community or the country as a whole, such as social welfare, national security, and the common goods, such as public health. This principle says that when the legislature is making laws, they should balance between individual interests and community interests. In some situations, individual freedoms may take precedence. In many other situations, community interests may take precedence, where individuals have to sacrifice their personal rights or interests for the greater good of the society. A good example of this is the right to own firearms. Countries which prioritize individual interests typically allow a greater degree of freedom to own firearms. In many places in the United States, you can just walk into a shop and buy. On the other hand, countries like India, which prioritize community interests, typically place significant restrictions, because the idea is that indiscriminate permissions can lead to an increased level of danger in the society as a whole. So, there are severe restrictions on owning firearms. As I mentioned, this principle of balancing between individual interest and community interests evolved from several theories. The first one is the theory of social contract, which was supported by philosophers like Thomas Hobbes or John Locke. This theory of social contract says that when people are a part of a society, such as a country or a state, then there is a social contract whereby people surrender some of their individual freedoms for the benefits that they are getting by living in a society. Then there is the theory of utilitarianism, which includes Bentham's principle of utility, which says that while making laws, the greater utility of the greater number of people should be considered, which may result in the rights of a smaller number of people being sacrificed. And then there are concepts like liberalism or communitarianism. While liberals give more importance to individual rights, communitarians give more importance to community values and benefits. And the lawmakers have to balance between these two viewpoints. I hope this concept of individual interest and community interest is clear. If you have any questions, please post a comment.